Today's topic, how men fall in love. Today I want to show you what the love of a man has to do with your looks, what it has to do with your support, and how a man can develop incredibly strong feelings for you if you think about the relationship in the right way. And I always share my own opinion and my personal experience as a man. So a lot of the things that I'm going to share with you right now are based on the experience that I made with women in the past and also about the experience that I'm now making with my wonderful girlfriend. I just want you to keep in mind that not every man might fall in love in the same way. There are always exceptions, but in general, from my experience talking to men, talking to women, and being in love, this is what makes men fall in love. And the first point that I want to share with you is that men fall in love with women who support them. If your guy has a vision, if there's something he wants to work towards, if there's something that he struggles with at the moment, maybe he has some challenge in his job, maybe some challenge in his business, support him, be there for him, show that you care. And I don't mean this in the sense of being his secretary or being his helper. That's not what I mean. All I mean is that you show him, hey, I have empathy for your struggle. I have empathy for the work that you put in. I want to support your vision. I want to support our vision. And this is something that is incredibly valuable for men, especially for the high quality man that you want to attract in your life. Because the bigger his vision, the more success he wants to achieve in life, the more important it is for him that he has a woman who supports him. And a great couple that I always think about when it comes to showing support to your man is Michelle Obama and Barack Obama. It doesn't matter if you are Republican, if you are Democrat, if you don't really care about politics, whatever it might be. I mean, I'm German, I'm not really involved in American politics. But when it comes to a couple that displayed this affection, that displayed this kind of support, I always think about them because he supported her in the things that she wanted to do. And she supported him in the things that he wanted to do. And that's why they are both so successful. But that's just my take on it. And the second point that I want to mention is that men fall in love with women who respect them. Respect is so important. Of course, he also has to respect you, your dreams, your goals, your ideas. It's a balance of giving and receiving. But the more respect you can give him, this is only possible if he's a man who earns respect, who deserves respect, of course. But if he's that kind of guy, show him your respect and he will respect you more and he will fall in love with you more. And men fall in love with women who understand them, understand his struggle. When he talks about his past, when he talks about things that are going on in his life, try to understand his decisions. My girlfriend, for example, she has her own business and she understands my struggle with my business. And this was one of the reasons why I felt so hard for her. I have to admit it, because she knows what I'm going through. I know what she's going through and we understand each other. But you don't have to have the same life experience. Even if you might have a job, he has a business, or you have a business and he has a regular job. That's also okay. But have the empathy to see behind his fears, behind his struggles, and to see what is going on inside of him, and then to address this. This is something that makes men fall in love with women really, really fast. And the next point I want to make is that men fall in love with women who are naturally beautiful. If you want to know how to make a man fall in love with you, and in general how men actually fall in love, this advice can change everything, but you might be a little bit reluctant to believe me on this, because the society we live in, the media, the makeup industry, they all don't want you to believe this. And again, maybe it's just my experience, but I also talked with other guys about it, and they see it the same way. Men fall in love with women who are naturally beautiful. A woman's smile is so much more important than the perfect makeup. Honestly, we don't care if you have a pimple on your cheek. We don't care if you have bags under your eyes. Every human being in the world has bags under their eyes. What we care about is to be with a woman who is natural, who smiles, who's life-affirming. Yeah, who's just a beautiful woman. And men fall in love with women who are compatible to them. If you have the same vision for the future, this is already a great sign that you can make him fall in love. If you don't have the same vision for the future, then you might want to think, hey, is this guy really the right guy for me? I mean, think about it. Maybe you want to settle down and you want to have kids, you want to start a family. What if he wants to travel the world and he doesn't want to have kids, he doesn't want to have a family, and he doesn't want a monogamous relationship? Should you try to make him fall in love with you? I say no, because you're not compatible. You have to be compatible. You have to have the same plans and the same dreams. It doesn't mean that you should be the same person, basically, that you should have the same hobbies all the time, same interests, and that everything should be the same. But when it comes to your core values, they have to match. And then it comes back to this idea that you understand each other, and then you're compatible. And then you can make him fall in love with you. But maybe you are compatible and you just give him the feeling that you're not compatible. Maybe you're making one of the 3 deadly mistakes that so many women make on the first date. Do you want to know what these mistakes are? Then you can check out the link in the description and get free instant access to a report that reveals the 3 biggest mistakes that women make that make it impossible for a man to commit to this woman. And believe me, you don't want to make these mistakes on your next date. But men also fall in love with women who are independent. And when I say independent, I don't mean this in the sense of I don't need a man and I don't care about men. When I talk about independence, I mean I love to have you in my life. I appreciate you as a partner. I cherish the relationship that we have together. But I would also be happy without you. Because an emotionally healthy man doesn't want to date a woman who's dependent and who's overly clingy and needy. And the same is true for you. You also don't want a man who's clingy, who's needy, who's dependent on you. Be honest, you don't want that, and he doesn't want it too. Always remember, independence doesn't mean that you don't care about the other person. What it should mean is that you care about this person, but you also care about yourself. In fact, you care about yourself a little bit more. You are happy with or without him, but you enjoy this process and this journey with him immensely. That's when a healthy relationship can develop. And men also fall in love with women who make their heart beat. Be spontaneous, be ready to experience adventures together. This makes him feel young, this makes him just feel amazing. I mean, for example, my girlfriend. Sometimes she just jumps on my back for a piggyback ride, just out of nowhere. And these are those playful things that make you feel like teenagers, basically. Even if you're not a teenager anymore and I'm not a teenager anymore. And those are those kind of things that just give you this feeling of being alive. But unfortunately, so many men and women are so stuck in this idea that we have to be serious adults. And that's why we never allow ourselves to let this playful attitude out. But if you do that from now and then this can have an incredible effect on how he feels about you. Just be careful, if he has back problems, you might not want to jump on his back for a piggy ride. And men fall in love with women who open up to them. Share your fears, share your insecurities, be vulnerable. We don't want a perfect girlfriend. We want an authentic relationship. And if you do that, this allows him to do the same. Because unfortunately, a lot of men are still way too afraid to open up and to allow themselves to be vulnerable. I personally believe that this is one of the biggest mistakes that our society does when it comes to teaching men how to deal with their emotions. But if you're the kind of woman who allows him to open up, who gives him this safe space where he can open up, this will bond him to you incredibly fast. And men fall in love with women who don't play games. Maybe that's just me because I'm a dating coach, but whenever a woman doesn't text back for a day, I scream inside of me, please don't waste my time, please not another woman who plays games, please no more games. In fact, when I met my girlfriend, she texted back whenever she was online. From the beginning, there were no games. Another way how men fall in love is with positive energy. Your vibe is so important. I mean, just imagine if I walk up to you and I introduce myself with, "Hey, my name is Sebastian. What's your name?" You wouldn't feel comfortable with me. But what if I would say, "Hey, my name is Sebastian. Nice to meet you." And I would do it in a positive way, with a positive energy, with a playful energy. And the same is true for men. If you walk up to a man and you're all serious, you're trapped in a negative mindset, maybe because of a past experience you made, try to be in a positive mood. I really believe in the law of attraction. What you put out is what you attract. And the more positive you are, the more happiness and love you will attract in your life. And men fall in love so fast with women who have a positive energy. And men fall in love with women who are ready to commit. I don't know if I told you, but with my girlfriend, I said on our first date, and I said it with confidence, "You will be my girlfriend." I didn't say it in a forceful way. I didn't say it in an overpowering way. I just said it in a confident way. You will be my girlfriend. Why? Because I just knew it. And from that moment on, she was committed. That's something that she told me later on. And I only did it because I knew that she was the right girl for me. But I also did it because I knew that she wanted the same. Remember what I said about compatibility. He doesn't know what you want yet unless you communicate it. He doesn't know if you want a hookup. He doesn't know if you want a serious relationship. He doesn't know if you want marriage. He doesn't know any of that before you communicate it. And when you communicate it, that you are as committed as he is, if he's the right guy, then he will appreciate it and he will fall in love with you faster. And men fall in love with women they trust. You have to give him the feeling that you are trustworthy. To give you an example, one of the girls I used to date in the past still had the Tinder logo on her smartphone. So she still had the Tinder app installed. And for me, that was a big sign of, uh-oh, and my gut feeling was right with her. And this is something that might make you a little bit angry when I tell you about this now. But you can't expect to have Tinder on your phone to flirt with guys on Instagram and to expect him to fall in love with you. I mean, of course, he has to show the same commitment. If he still has the Tinder app on his phone while he's dating you, that's of course also a no-go. But for you, just keep that in mind. Trust is so important in a relationship. And if you give him the feeling that he can trust you fully and completely, that's when he then has the feeling that you are the safe haven that he can share his fears, worries and goals with. And now you're his teammate, his partner, and now he will fall in love with you. But only if you avoid the 3 most popular mistakes that women all over the world make on the first date, and that I want you to avoid and to never ever make, and maybe to never ever make again, because there's a high chance that you made them in the past. If you want to know what these 3 mistakes are, then check out the link in the description. And if you enjoyed watching this video about how men fall in love, please give it a big thumbs up and leave a comment in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear your own opinion. And if you want, I would also love to hear about your experience with making men fall in love. Just share whatever's on your mind. This allows me to help you in the best possible way. And if you want more videos like this, please hit the subscribe button and don't forget to smash the notification bell. Thank you so much for watching.